Now, don't laugh. I'm not sure how to pronounce the name of this game, so bear with me. OIO? OIO? Either way, it seems to be named after the main character's face. He's one of a race of little wooden people that live underground. This may not have been the best idea, because they seem to need light to move. After your guy gets hit by a rogue ray of light, he wakes up and finds his people have all stopped in their tracks. You set off on an adventure to find the cause of this bizarre occurrence and a way to stop it. Uncanny Games seem to have taken a good look at both puzzlers and platformers and produced OIO. They hit the right balance between the moments where you stand around a bit scratching your head and sequences where you run for your life. The game isn't very long, a few hours tops. You won't get bored. This pacing leaves you thinking time and excitement in amounts that keep your interest peaked. Unfortunately, it does fall victim to the now standardized platformer problem of multiple deaths if you get stuck. Each failure is accompanied by the sound of splintering wood, which reminds you how frail your character is. Dying itself isn't a problem. There are frequent checkpoints that send you back to the beginning of the most recent puzzle. This allows for a good dose of trial and error. Near the beginning, you get the power to grow and destroy logs that you can create by throwing seeds into green patches. They grow out at 90-degree angles to the ground you plant them in and are useful for moving about and solving the puzzles. You can put down a maximum of 3, and if you grow more, the oldest one disappears. This is made easy to understand because the logs physically age. You can also put the other 2 on the first one to make larger structures. Physics also make an appearance when pushing things with your logs, platforms moving, or your body parts spraying everywhere. I like that they were introduced subtly and not all in your face. I'm looking at you, Half-Life. If you liked Portal, the first one only, then you will be a fan of OIO. It takes a lot of the design philosophies from it. The gameplay is taught progressively so that you get used to each new mechanic and learn to work with it for the desired result. It takes Portal's approach to story too. You move through each environment and occasionally glimpse what the wooden people were up to when they were frozen. These snapshots of life are everything from funny to cute to sad. Each level also has 3 golden fresks, which look like square parchment. When you collect all 3, a cave painting appears in the menu. It explains in simple pictures the backstory leading up to your awakening. Finding them all gives good reason to replay the levels, because if you miss one or more of them, you get an incomplete picture. The art works very hard in giving character and consistency to each part of the game. The overall painterly look to the surroundings and models is charming with its pastel palette. It allows for strong distinction between the browns and greens of nature and the blue and red of more sinister metal structures. Nature versus machine is a clear theme that runs right up to the end, and this juxtaposition has a faint ecological message. The tale of the innocent wood people living a basic life has a pastoral feel to it. They worship the sun, which makes sense because it gives them life. I'm assuming they're photosynthesized or something. A notable mention should be given to the music, which I didn't like much, but fitted each level's aesthetic. It doesn't have the pace or mania of platformers like Super Meat Boy, but it doesn't need to. The rustic place the wood people live is nicely contrasted against the mechanical later levels. The fact that the log mechanic is used in a variety of ways throughout, giving a steady challenge, justifies its length nicely. If it was too long, then there would have been a lot of puzzle repetition. There are a few bad things to say about this game. The trivial few are that your guy has a nasty habit of sliding about the place, which makes precision jumps difficult sometimes. Also, the end of the final level is a bit anticlimactic, but still satisfying. Those are literally my only complaints, so if that bothers you, then don't get it. Otherwise, buy it, play it, enjoy it.